Girl, listen up, because this is one of those life-changing videos that can help you reclaim the self-confidence you deserve. I know what it means to lose one's self-worth, as I've spent way too many years drowning in insecurities and self-doubt as a young woman. I constantly compared myself to other girls who just seemed so much more beautiful, prettier, and more together than me. It was a brutal cycle of negative self-talk on a loop. You're not thin enough, your face is just not hot enough, why can't you be more like her? Those thoughts made me feel straight up ugly and unworthy. I couldn't even see my own beauty shining through. But you know what? After following these 8 tips, it really changed the perspective of my life. And the 6th was probably the game changer that made me who I am today. Starting with activating your feminine energy. Knowing and understanding your femininity is crucial for your confidence and inner beauty as a woman. I'm not just talking about dressing or acting a certain way. True femininity goes way deeper. It's about carrying yourself with grace and being in touch with your spirit. Obviously, if you want to appear in a feminine way, dresses and skirts are the best options out there. They'll give you an obvious feminine look, but you can still look feminine without wearing dresses or skirts. Just look for girly details like ruffles, bows, embroidery and such. Apart from dresses, the way you hold yourself or etiquette is the most important thing for femininity. If you want to be truly feminine, being respectful, kind and understanding to yourself and others can help you a lot. Being polite and well-mannered is key to coming across as a classy, feminine woman. By just learning simple etiquette like saying thank you when someone helps you out, or please when you're requesting something, you can attract the right kind of man into your life. And never treat other women in your life as competition. Instead of being jealous, look for what you can incorporate into your life and make the best use of it. Speaking about jealousy, it's really one of the least feminine qualities a woman can have. It's easier said than done, but instead of getting envious of someone else's success, try to be genuinely happy for them. And if you want to come across as a feminine woman, you should at all costs avoid being the loudest one in the room. Speak softly and avoid using crude language no matter what the situation. You don't have to totally change how you talk, just be a bit more aware of it. When it comes to dating and relationships, be selective about who you spend your time and intimacy with. Many women make the mistake of having a one-night stand and giving it all away right away to the wrong man. Instead, allow the right man into your life who will complement your feminine energy. This will make your life far better than the rest. And one of the best traits of feminine women is being willing to receive and let your man step into his masculine role as the giver and hero. It's more than okay to admit when you need help or can't do something. In fact, most men get inner satisfaction from being able to lend their strength in those moments. Which brings me to another key aspect: appreciation. Never underestimate how powerful it is to genuinely appreciate the efforts of your boyfriend or husband, whether it's telling him how much you value the little things he does or letting him know you need his support sometimes. This makes a man feel so respected and admirable. You know, we live in a world that constantly bombards us with unrealistic beauty standards. Be it on Instagram or any other social media platform, we are always shown images of perfect bodies and flawless faces. And it's no wonder so many of us struggle with body image issues and low self-confidence. I wish I had legs like that model in the magazine, but what if people think I look sloppy without makeup on? My nose looks weird from that angle, maybe I should get a nose job? Sound familiar? We've all been there, obsessing over every little flaw and comparing ourselves to impossible ideals. But here's the thing, those beauty standards are completely unrealistic and they're designed to make us feel insecure, so we keep buying into the multi-billion-dollar beauty industry. It's time that you break free from that toxic mindset and start appreciating your unique beauty. You're beautiful in your own way, and your worth isn't just defined by your looks. However, it doesn't mean you can do whatever you want. If you're fat and you think you're beautiful and no one should judge you, that won't work. The same goes if you're too skinny. If you're fat, try to reduce your weight by exercising and running, which can help you burn fat. And if you're skinny, try to put on some weight to reach a healthy BMI. This not only increases your beauty, but is also healthy for your body. But the next thing I'm going to talk about will not only increase your beauty, but will also double your confidence level. Yes, I'm talking about the dress you wear. I was obsessed with dressing up to just get people's attention. I'd put on these super tight dresses or tops and then look around the room hoping guys were checking me out. But looking back now, I cringe thinking about how I dressed just to get validation from others instead of feeling comfortable in my own skin. I dressed what was trendy, wearing stuff that didn't really feel like me. And let me tell you, I was filled with anxiety the whole time, constantly dragging my clothes and worrying if I looked hot enough. And now I realize that it only made my life miserable. Speaking of attention, I was getting noticed by men I didn't want to associate with. Right then, I came to the conclusion that true confidence when it comes to fashion has nothing to do with showing as much skin as possible just to get all eyes on you. Instead, it's about selecting outfits that make you feel amazing in your own skin, not what you think will turn others' heads. It's about picking the dress you genuinely love and feel comfortable in, while also keeping the occasion and setting in mind. You wouldn't wear the same thing to a fancy dinner as you would to brunch with your besties, right? Knowing how to dress appropriately for the right situation is the key. Also, don't forget to put some effort into your hair too. A messy bun is fine for doing chores in your house, but when you want to look and feel your best, take the time to style it. And now let's talk about taking care of your body, because at the end of the day, if you're not treating your body right, it's going to be hard to feel confident. The state of your body is determined by what you put in. If you put trash like junk foods inside your body, you might end up with all sorts of diseases like diabetes, heart issues, and whatnot. So you have to nourish that temple with good stuff like fruits, veggies, lean proteins, and healthy fats. All those vitamins and nutrients are going to give you lasting energy and make your skin and hair glow from the inside out. Moving your body is important too. I'm not saying you have to start going to a gym or doing CrossFit or something like that, but try finding some kind of exercise you actually enjoy, like dance classes, yoga, long walks, whatever that gets you sweaty and boosts those feel-good hormones. Let's not forget about having a solid sleep routine. Sleep is huge, ladies. I can't stress this enough, and there's nothing to be proud of if you've only slept for 4 hours. What kind of flex is that? When you start getting 7-8 hours of quality sleep, you'll notice big changes and feel energized throughout the day. Your energy levels will be super high, and you'll start feeling confidence running in your blood. Your skin will start looking plump, and your eyes will be bright, and you'll genuinely feel beautiful from the inside out. And let's not forget about getting hydrated. I used to be terrible about drinking enough water every day. I'd have a couple of cups of coffee in the morning, a soda or 2 throughout the day, and maybe a glass of water if I remembered. Honestly, it was no surprise that my skin looked dull, dry, and just blah. My hair wasn't really doing well either. It was brittle, coarse, and always seemed to lack that shine and bounce. But I was just like, no, looks like I should go do my facial, or that's how my hair and skin are. But boy, was I wrong. Then one of my friends told me about how important it is to get proper hydration. At first, I kind of brushed her off, but I finally took her advice and made a real effort to drink more water consistently. Within just a couple of weeks, I started noticing a huge difference. My skin looked brighter and more even-toned. Those dry patches completely cleared up. Even the little lines around my eyes and mouth seemed less noticeable. It was something like going through an instant anti-aging treatment. And the changes were also visible in my hair, as they felt a lot softer, shinier, and seemed so much healthier. So without a doubt, I carry a water bottle with me everywhere I go and make sure to refill my body constantly throughout the day. Typically, I aim to drink 3-4 liters, 1 gallon of water daily. And this can work the best for you too. You only need to follow these simple things like sleeping for 7 hours and keeping yourself hydrated to make a huge difference in life. You don't need plastic surgery or any other way around to be more confident than the 99%. Let's get real. The people you surround yourself with can have a huge impact. As Jim Rohn rightly said, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you've got toxic friends bringing you down and filling your ears with negativity, it's going to mess up your confidence. We all might have come across that one person who has nothing to do but speak only about negative stuff and make life miserable. Even I used to have this one friend who was constantly putting me down about my looks, saying I could do better than others, even though I was doing well. At first I didn't care much, but after a while I started really believing the things she'd say. This really affected my social life, as I didn't feel beautiful at all. It wasn't until I cut that toxic person out of my life that I was able to get back on track. And these days I'm super picky about who I keep in my inner circle. If I sense any toxic vibes, they're out. Speaking of sharing with friends, don't share each and every detail of your life. I used to tell my girls every little insecurity about my looks or body, but you know what that did? It only reinforced those negative thoughts. So be careful about who you open up to with that kind of stuff. And whether it's your breakup with your boyfriend or any disagreements with your husband, avoid sharing it with your female friends. This is the worst you can do. Even though they might say some good things and give you solutions, the majority might be secretly envious, so try as much as possible to avoid having that conversation. Now let's talk about this whole trend following thing. I know it can be super tempting to want to copy whatever hot new look or style you're seeing all over Instagram or any other form of media. Whether it's a certain outfit, hairstyle, or makeup trend, there's always pressure to try to recreate it for yourself. But before you hop on this trend bandwagon, ask yourself these 2 questions. Is following those fleeting trends really making me feel beautiful and confident? Or am I just trying to fit someone else's idea of what's in? The hard truth is, a lot of those viral beauty trends are manufactured, or in other words, artificial hype designed to make you you feel inadequate, so you'll buy into whatever they're selling. Not to mention, constantly consuming social media and buying into those idealized images can seriously mess with your mental health too. In the past 10 years, we've been learning more and more about how social media can be harmful, especially for girls. There was this study done on American teens between 12 and 15 years old, and it found that those who spent more than 3 hours per day on social media were twice as likely to experience negative mental health issues like depression, body image issues, eating disorders, and anxiety. So while social media can be fun and all, it can also seriously mess with your head in ways we're just starting to understand. And most importantly, don't get so obsessed with flawless, curated images for social media that you lose sight of what really matters, your reality, and the people who love you for you. It's okay to find inspiration here and there, but don't lose yourself in the process. I'm not saying quit social media altogether, but limit yourself to 30 minutes per day and unfollow accounts that make you feel their only existence is to gain attention by hopping onto nonsensical trends. Have you heard about vision boards? If not, it's nothing but a collection of quotes, colors, and anything else that represents who you want to become and how you want to feel in life. It may sound like some woo-woo crafty thing, but let me tell you, making one of these can seriously help boost your confidence and give you direction in life. It's a visual representation of your goals, dreams, and your self-image. The real magic happens when you take the time to thoughtfully put it together. As you're cutting out pictures and affirmations that speak to you, you naturally start getting clear on the energy you want to cultivate within yourself. Once it's all arranged in a way that resonates, having this vision board acts like a powerful manifesting tool. You can hang it up somewhere, you'll see it every day as a reminder of what you're working towards and who you're becoming. It's like telling the world, this is the woman I'm striving to be. And here's the best part, your board can constantly evolve as you do. If your goals shift or you need an image refresh, you can always switch it up. If you don't know how to create a vision board, there are multiple videos on YouTube that you can look around to get inspiration from. Spending time with your loved ones is important. I mean super important. I'm talking about your family, dad, mom, brothers, sisters, grandparents, and any other family members. These are the people who have been there for you since day one and will always be in your life. No matter how busy your life gets, block some part of your schedule to spend quality time with your loved ones. Whether it's a family dinner or just catching up with your dad and mom, try to have a great time with them. The key here is to make it a regular habit that becomes a priority. Don't just say, hey mom, let's have a talk in the nearby cafe, or dad, we should have a family get-together soon, and never actually doing it. You must understand that during difficult times, it is your inner circle that will remind you of your value and act as your support system. So even if you're super busy, visit your parents at least once a week. They would be grateful to know that their daughter actually cares a lot about them. Or if you don't live in the same town or city, hop on a video call. Even that works. You can also buy gifts for your family members. In my experience, the gifts that have meant the most to me are the ones that came from the heart, even if they were simple or inexpensive. All that matters is the thought and personal touch you put into it. And speaking of supporting others, try your best to get involved in your local community. This can help you boost your confidence and also teach you some life skills. If possible, you can volunteer at a homeless shelter, hospital, animal rescue, or anywhere that needs an extra hand. Or maybe you can participate in a neighborhood cleanup day to keep your community clean. When you do things like this, it feels good to give back and be part of something bigger than just you and your family. If you can find a cause you really care about, that's even better. You'll meet other amazing people who share your passion. And while you're at it, why not share your experience with other girls and women and help them on their own confidence journey? This will not only benefit the young girls, but will make you a great woman whom they inspire to be. If you have a younger sister, cousin, neighbor, etc., be a role model to them. Teach them what you can. It might be as simple as teaching them to knit or how to dress like a proper lady. Alright, that's it for this one. I really hope you found it helpful and maybe even learned a little something new. If you liked the video, it would mean so much to me if you could hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps my channel out. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you next time.